We met in a virtual way first, and we met after that here. This kind of polyphonic projects promotes these conditions to be together when the project came up. And I'm super happy to meet you and to be here in Riyadh with your work inside ECOS. That is the project we are presenting here. I would like to ask you about your processes as an artist. You have a process, a research process and an artistic process to find this particular piece that works under the concept of how light becomes ideas.
Well, first of all, I'm really happy to meet you first and like to be part of this beautiful exhibition and to have this opportunity to exchange ideas internationally. And I mean, about the work, any work that I do, I have to do a research first. And that work, I started to do that work since 2014. And it's according to quantum physics. The universe has an invisible layer that communicate the synchronized language of the universe. And by observing the light reflection on water and objects, I was able to chase that layer by taking a small, very short movies. So the work here is, I took a short movie at the beach, and it's the reflection of light on shore. And when I look at that, I thought, okay, light, there are some kind of visual, interesting shapes for light. And I wanted to understand the language of light. So I went back to quantum physics, where light has a duality of behavior. And from this duality, I went to the verse of the Quran, where also there is the light was mentioned in a duality manner. So from that point, I moved on to the visual mechanics and the studies of Ibn al-Haytham and Hubel and Wiesel, Western researchers, on how the brain works and the layers of images that happens in a fraction of a second in the human brain and produce the one image that we see. So for the whole collection was inspired and was done according to the visual mechanics. And the room is part of a larger body of work where I did shape analysis and glass work, because the eyes has a fluid glass, a glass fluid that helps the eyes see the angles. So, and paintings, spray paint, reso prints, drawings. It's an ongoing experimental project, because this research is about finding more. There is always something more, and in this room, I want people to experience that different time zone, because they're looking at pieces, shapes, images of light that happens in a fraction of a second. The movie is 1 minute and 20 seconds. Out of that movie, I took 480 still shots. So it's 6 shots per second. And these are the images. And the idea is to have it dark room and to navigate through and to create your own artwork, the shadows. This is the fabric, this is the microscopic fabric of the universe. And we are all part of this fabric. So everyone is an artist. And in this experience, it's a call to do more search and to take your time and just be aware that there are microscopic beauty, that the beauty is in the fabric of the universe. It's all around you, it's the energy.
Beautiful. I was thinking that your piece here is part of the research, your research, and another part is installed in Cordoba, in Argentina. Then some of us are in the privilege to see both venues. But well, I will propose that this conversation includes images of Cordoba. And in that installation, you propose another fragment of your process, because here you invite people to explore these forms that came from the drawings of the light in a fragment of second. And in the other installation, you propose another thing.
Like in the other installation, for example, the glass work, also I am taking you like in the process of making the glass sculpture and the blowed glass, but like also I am taking you in, I freeze you in time, in the time of the process. There are some pieces with chunks of color. In the making of the glass, these chunks of color are added to the glass, and then they went back to the oven to be melted and create the colors. So, and in the collection, I just mixed the chunks with the glass and leave it at this point. I didn't put it back. So there are the application of the glass works also is part of this idea.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And there we install also drawings that are part of the basis of the installation you have here, and some little fragments that also are part of the installation you have here, or not?
Yes. Because I mean, also what you have in Cordoba is, I have like shape analysis. I had to do this shape analysis. It has a musical effect and rhythm. Mm-hmm. At some point, and when you look at that, it just speaks to you in a musical, in a rhythmic way. And like for the other piece, it's done on board with ink, but the idea behind it, it's 75 pairs of images, and it's double, so it's pairs, so it's double. It's about layering the images, and I was trying to have a glimpse of what is happening if I want to look at this as a one shot, a story or a puzzle or something that will come together. And that piece, it comes from out of that observation and study. And the X-ray screen also, I did experiment the layering, of the images, and the different visuals that I can take, and it's an endless experiment. I find out that there is, even for the for the room that I did here, the installation is installed according to the ecosystem of the images. Because when I did the study and the research, I find out that there is an ecosystem between each image and the other one. And it is very interesting. So yeah, it's something that each experiment is about a close-up aspect of this process and this idea.
It's also something linked to the idea with the idea to stop the time.
Exactly.
Because in that moment you stop the time and you extend at the same time that micro fragment of time.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Beautiful idea.